modifying and figuring out and finding out how things need to be done to make this LS V8 combination work with the V6 that they had down in here. They had this slave cylinder had a great big old bolt provision where the bolts up, and this one is way smaller on the V8. They got to make a plate between there and put studs off there, make this bolt up here and make it bolt off on the back side. Same thing with that style bolt provision. But I think I'm going to reuse the same slave cylinder master cylinder from the V6 combination instead of trying to go to the truck combination. I think this building that plate will be way easier. Just putting 4 little studs and cutting up and making that little plate. But yeah, I want to get this thing to the power washer. Everything would be nice. But she's getting done. Gotta love it. Hopefully we ain't got no blown brake lines with the way them look. Hopefully the few lines will last up, hold up. Probably get all brand new stuff in this thing, redo everything. But going V8, out with the V6. I don't even know what that thing is, what Bellhausen. It's crazy. Trying to get this thing figured out so we can probably take this guy down here out. Take this aluminum block out of here. Got some junkyard exhaust pipes and some good eBay. Here you go. Get together. See what it do. Bought all that stuff off of eBay and made it do something. Let's see what it do down inside here. This thing acts like 600 horsepower the way it goes down the driveway, so hopefully it does the same thing. We're gonna do something NA, so hopefully 420 at least. But you gotta love it. A little old school Camaro hot rod build. I'm probably gonna have to make this a little bit longer, or build an adjustment some way to this, or like build that into have adjustment to it. Be nice. I'll have to keep changing push rod out for this clutch. Hopefully the clutch and everything works out. I have a clutch right here. Got to go buy a disc for it. Got the push fork right there and the throw out bearing. I got a from a T5 common, well, MV 3500 from that 6.0 over there. I pulled a pilot bearing and everything out. Where is she at? And lost it. All this junk over here. Yeah, that's great. Probably going to use this pilot bearing out of that T5, well, out of this 6.0 I pulled out a couple weeks ago. Everything seems like it fits and works. Put all that down inside the new motor. Pulled it all out of there. Got a clutch. Just got to get the disc and flywheel still. Some flywheel bolts, but got the fork right there, throw out bearing, pilot bearing. Got everything ready to go down inside this beast. Trying to prep everything. Gotta figure out the exhaust, what I'm gonna do for exhaust. Probably cut some more manifolds up. I got those sitting out back, I think. Gotta, ain't much more I gotta do other than clean this garbage out of here and start with a clean slate. Forget what I done. Had to chop like a little bit on the side of the transmission of the tunnel. Right there on this side part. Just to get, it's rusted anyways, need to be replaced. Anyways, just to get the transmission to fit straight in there. So it's running into the deal. And then I had to clock with some front, like some cab mount bushing washers the transmission to the right angle. About to bolt that stuff up right now. But that's to get the drive of the transmission at the right angle down through the tunnel for a Chevy. Had to cut the tunnel a little bit, like an inch off the edge of the tunnel. So 6-7 inches, and then clock the transmission like an inch this way to the passenger side up. And it brought everything about there. I'll build a bracket that hopefully braces that slave cylinder to that side of the bell housing. And I gotta get that indexing ring for it reduces the size of the bell housing down so we can fit that T5. But everything's going together, slow but surely. Can't wait to hear it run. She's cutting me up. I still gotta move the motor mounts around. I want to take this thing to the power wash and get it done. Get her cleaned up so I can come back clean instead of dirty. She gotta love it. 4-speed, 5-speed manual going together. 4 speeds right there. Literally had to clock the transmission, at least I'd say a half an inch I'd put there. I'm about to bolt everything up and have it looking happy. I'm gonna get rid of that great big old bar that goes all the way to the rear and links it. Might back half this thing. You see she needs floor pans. But other than that, she's a stout little rig. She's a good 20-footer, 10-footer. Got a one-man army over here. Got some ratchet straps holding the bell housing where I need it to be. I got it mounted, bolted up in there. Some crazy shit. Spacered out, centered down the drive line. Could put dry shaft in. Then I got the tunnel there. I cut it right there a little bit. A little rusty, really rusty. She's gonna be light when she's done. But I'm pull the whole carpet out of this thing and go through the floor pans in the next couple weeks. Clean all this shit out of here in the next 2 days. Power wash it, remove motor mounts, and I can just get this thing ready to put back together with an LS. Gotta love it. Coming together though. Got an LS bell housing in there, Chevy bell housing in there. Pretty much let all the jacks and everything down now and let it down. It's hanging in there for right now. It's all mocked up. In the middle of building this plate, 2 bolt positions. So this bolts up the to the hopefully it's strong enough. Probably make it out of a thicker piece of plate, but cut the heads off them nuts and bolts, mount that up, weld that up, and make sure all that meets up and bolts up together. Hopefully it works. Here we go. Fun when you get to build your own shit. See if it works. This helps the master cylinder or slave cylinder be sandwiched between the bell housing. Gotta love it. Look at that beast right there. Yep, getting her done. If this little piece of metal works, I swear. I could probably do a tack weld or 2 on each side. Yeah, I love it. So I could bolt the bell housing up to it, so that size there. To that size down there. You gotta love it. It was just like that. Or like that. So I gotta figure a couple more things out. That's clutch done. Just gotta put the fork on, throw out bearing, get the disc here, get the indexing ring down there, and use the indexing ring for right there. I probably could just use some JB weld, but that ain't safe. Coming together. I changed the motor mounts, move those around a little bit. Make it easier to get those apart and out right now. Really need to take this thing to a power washer and get it done. Power wash the whole thing the way it looks. I want to tow it there with the straps of the bell housing. I gotta pull the transmission out. Power wash everything else separate because I don't want the ears to break off towing it. Bouncing, hitting these bumps. That's done. Gotta figure out the boot situation. I'm gonna have to make that a hair longer. So I put a plate in between there. Needed bolt provision on each side. Bolts up from that front side. Look how factory that looks. Gotta love it. Wow. Old. Got a hole there, I see. All I want to do is see this thing go in gear with an LS. Not with no V6. LS. 6.0 one day. Or a 496 big block. Oh yeah. We're building up to better things. But you could see she is. It's bolted together. Light in here so you can see what I did. Put a plate between there, bolt position on each side. Figuring out the boot situation right now. Wonder if I should build like a ring that fits inside here and a plate that bolts onto that. A little tab that bolts onto these original spots. That holds the boot up in there and on there so no dirt and debris gets in the sleeve on there. But she's going together. I got that figured out. Now we need to get the motor mounts off the frame. Out with that thing. And with that deal. Waiting on the indexing ring. Now we gotta get the motor mounts real quick and keep saying take it to the power wash, but we keep working on her. Took like a radiator hose clamp from like an LS. Cut the clip pieces off and shoved it down inside the boot. And now I'm attempting to build tabs off that little clip that bolt this damn thing up to it. To that. Hopefully. We'll figure it out. Try to figure it out. Build tabs to these bolt spots that holds this up to it. Probably put some silicone around it the rest of the way. But at least the boot's up there. Hold some moisture and debris and sand out of there. All this sand. Build the tabs off there. I have this right here to go off of so I can build my tabs. Something like that. Should just build a whole plate for it to bolt up there and call it a day. A hose clamp and some few little tack welds. Some hose and some silicone and pop that boot on there. You'll never even know. Gotta love it. Now if that bolts up there, it'd be nice. Gotta love it. That'll keep the dirt out, hopefully. Gotta love it. I had to modify the slave side to grind a little bit on the edge so it'd fit the Chevy bell housing. And then build that plate that connects the boot to itself. Looks good. Just need some silicone. And then build a plate between here, which plates faces this to this bell housing, the slave cylinder. Do a little bit of origami work. Gotta love it. Everything works, I believe. I just gotta put the clutch fork in and the throat bearing. But she's clocked in there straight. With a couple shims there. Didn't do nothing on that side. Straight down the drive line. It looks good to me. To I. Still got a clock and a touch this way, which I do have a movement. But she is in there. Factory there. Factory shit. Gotta love it. If I have to, I'll buy a whole new master cylinder and slave cylinder kit. So it all works properly and works perfect. I believe this is going to be perfect for what we're trying to do. I mean, you can drain the fluid in the slave or master cylinder, so I'm pretty sure everything's going to work perfectly, hopefully. Might have to build adjustment to that push arm down there, but whew, all that work into just that. I probably got easily 6 hours into just trying to figure out what I'm going to do to adapt that in down there. If I'm going to remove that or leave that stock. Guess we left her stock and put some plates in there and made her happy. Little plate bracket. Couldn't be any better place to break down. Yeah, steering wheel did not want to hold on. I was doing some stupid shit. We twinning. Check that old school out. That's cool as hell. Gotta go on the channel. Broke down in the best spot. Steering wheel I about crashed it coming through the corner. Wow. Yeah. We were driving her. Gotta love it. Gotta get the welder out. Weld the steering wheel back on. Gotta love it. Trying to test her against a buddy. And her steering wheel falls off. Can't make this shit up. I'm still trying to get home. And yeah, we ain't made it home yet. We're almost home. I have all the kids come back and the wife come out push her. I'm dead. I'm over here trying to turn the car with a wrench. Trying to turn that thing with a wrench. Yeah. Push it, Nia, push it, push it, push it, push it. I got my kids working.
Let's go much faster!
Got some workhorses. They go out to be the real drag racers. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shoot. I guess keep pressure on there, Otto. I'm trying to turn it, I can't. It's like Goofy, just laying on the car. Alright. Push, push, push. Keep push harder, push harder. Push harder, we got a bump. They are getting it home for me. I took the welder to the guy's house where I broke down at and fixed it, and then it fell back off again. Need a new steering wheel for sure. But now we can get it back in the garage. That's good.